Warning: Superpower Review is intended for a mature viewing audience. This video may show images that are not suitable for kids under 13 years old. Viewer discretion is advised. What's going on, everybody? My name is Kevin Denia and welcome to my channel, Superpower Review. On today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys every single comic book signed by Todd McFarlane in my comic book collection. But before I show you guys these books, I want to remind you guys to please smash that like button if you like today's content, and also comment some feedback in the comment section down below. I want you guys to let me know what your favorite book that you saw in today's video, how many Todd McFarlane signatures you have in your comic book collection, and lastly, would you like to see more content like this? We could do a video of all of the Frank Miller signatures I have in my comic book collection, or my Neil Adams comic book collection. You guys let me know in the comment section down below. And lastly, I want you guys to smash that subscribe button, especially if you are a Todd McFarlane fan, because once the channel reaches 2,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away that Spawn #1 CGC graded at a 9.4. So with all that out of the way, let's get into today's video. So first of all, we have 13 books to show off today. Look at all this beautiful yellow goodness we have going on here. So let's start off by showing off the raw comic books that I have. So we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of Spider-Man in today's video. So the first book up I'm going to show you guys is this Spider-Man #1. This is the silver edition, and as you can clearly see, this is a beautiful Todd McFarlane signature right there, written in green. I really love how the silver looks on the black, and I mean, come on, I mean, webs are gray, so it looks perfectly that they are silver. I know a lot of people really love the gold variant and the platinum variant, but silver happens to be one of my favorites. So here's one here, okay? Now I have another one just like this, but this one has a little more significance to me. This is actually the first Todd McFarlane signature I brought into my personal collection. So it's a little hard to see, but you can see it right there in gold. So that was the first Todd McFarlane signature in the collection. And as you can also see, this one is also signed by Stan Lee. This is one of my favorite comic books in my comic book collection, because this was also my first Stan Lee signature as well. So a lot of firsts with this book. This was also my first and last raffle win. So when raffles were a huge thing on Instagram, I believe I paid, I don't know, $5, $10 for a spot. And so I took the chance. I asked my wife if I could join in on the raffle. I had her pick the number, and the winning number was number 3. So we ended up winning this book, and we ended up getting that there. So, and I also have the Stan Lee certificate of authenticity on the back. So this is definitely one of my cherished comic books in my comic book collection. Really like this one. So since Spider-Man Torment happens to be one of Todd McFarlane's most well-known covers, we're going to be seeing that a lot. So let's just get all of these out of the way, okay? So here is the Spider-Man #1 Torment. This is the regular cover here. This one is CGC graded at a 9.8. And I think I would even take the regular cover over the gold variant. I really love that, like, sort of lime green background to it, and as you can see, there's that Todd McFarlane signature right there in bronze. And if you guys follow the channel closely, you know that I absolutely love metallic signatures on my comic books. So here's the regular variant. So we saw the silver, we saw the regular, and now let's show off the gold, okay? Bam, there's my gold. Looks nice. And again, it's not that I don't like the gold variant. I really do like it a lot, but I'll choose silver any day. And speaking of silver, Todd McFarlane signed this book in silver, and I think this it's really well placed. Both of these signatures are really well placed, and it seems like he signs this book in the same spot every single time. So really love this one a lot. So pretty close to being the Torment. This is a cover swipe of Torment #1. As you guys know, I absolutely love the symbiote suit, love the black suit. So, you know, of course, I'm going to have a Spider-Man #13 signed by Todd McFarlane as well. This is this is the other book that I got with my birthday, so I got both of these at the same exact time. Signed it in silver. He didn't sign it across like he did with this one, but he did with one on top of the other. So Todd on top, McFarlane at the bottom, but definitely love these covers. These are iconic Todd McFarlane covers right here. And I don't know, I think as much as I love the symbiote suit, I think I would actually go with the regular one here. I like the look of the original suit on this cover. But like I said, since I love symbiote suits, gotta have the one with the symbiote suit on it. So now that we have all of the Torment covers out of the way, we can continue on. And here is my all-time favorite Todd McFarlane cover right here. This is an Amazing Spider-Man number 316, and this is the first cover appearance of Venom on a Amazing Spider-Man title. This is CGC graded at a 9.4, and there yet again is that Todd McFarlane signature. I gotta shine it toward the light so you can actually see it. But this one's actually signed in bronze too. Very pretty. And I know a lot of you guys out there absolutely love Newsstands. This one happens to be a newsstand. And when I buy my comic books, I usually try to go for the direct edition now, but before then, I never really had a preference. I didn't really care. I know a lot of people try to go for the newsstands because they're a lot more valuable in price, but it doesn't really matter to me. As long as I can get a good price on one, a good affordable deal, that's the one I'm gonna go with. So this is by far my favorite Todd McFarlane cover of all time, and I really love how he placed the signature on there. So very cool, very nice. And of course being Venom too. Venom being one of my favorite Marvel characters, and a character that he co-created. So here is another really unique comic book in my comic book collection that's signed by Todd McFarlane. This is an Edge of Venomverse number 1. So the cover art probably looks very familiar to you, and if you're thinking that this is an original art piece by Todd McFarlane, no, it is not. If it was, it would be worth thousands and thousands of dollars, right? But this is done by a comic book artist who recreates comic book artists' artwork, and this is done by Will Torres. And we can see the Todd McFarlane signature right up here, so he kind of like split it. I kind of like how he did that. It's pretty cool. He signed it in red, so it actually makes this cover pop because there's nothing but black and white on this comic book cover. So him signing it in red really helps it pop and make sure that you actually see it like, hey, I'm right here. So this is, again, definitely one of my favorite pieces in the comic book collection because, like I said, if you can't afford original Todd McFarlane art, which a good majority of us can't, you go see comic book artists such as Will Torres, and he will do the artwork for you. So absolutely love this piece, and I would actually love to get more pieces done by Will Torres so I can get it slabbed. I would love to have more original artwork in the comic book collection. That's something that the collection lacks in. I'm not going to show this one yet. I'm going to save this one for last, actually. I hope you didn't see it. We'll save that one for last because that one's my favorite. And if you follow the channel closely, you probably already know what it is. So here is another one. This is a really cool one right here. This is Venom issue number 6. And this is a pretty important, in my opinion, this is very important to the Venom storyline because in this issue, Eddie Brock and Venom come back together once more to become the Lethal Protector. And this is the variant cover done by Mark Bagley. And this is just a really cool jam piece because not only is it signed by Todd McFarlane right here, and that's just a gorgeous signature. It's nice and neat. But it's also signed by the variant cover artist, Mark Bagley, and the other co-creator of Venom, David Michelini. So I just think this is a really, really cool jam piece. So you have the co-creators that signed this book and Mark Bagley, who did the cover for this book. And I gotta say, I mean, I would consider Mark Bagley a huge part of Venom because in my opinion, Mark Bagley is the person that really put Venom in stone. It's definitely the Venom that we all know and love today. So Todd McFarlane was the person that got him going, and I feel like that Mark Bagley set the finalized Eddie Brock and Venom together. So we have the color variant here. And what's a color variant without a black and white variant, right? So if I had to choose between the color and the black and white, I would definitely go over the black and white. I am such a huge sucker for Venom covers that are in black and white with the red Venom logo. Absolutely awesome. And right in the middle here, we have that Todd McFarlane signature, nice and big in red. I love the red signatures on this comic book cover because it just absolutely makes it pop. Really, really cool. All right, and up next we have the only Batman comic book signed by Todd McFarlane in the comic book collection. This is Batman issue number 423. This book is spiking like crazy right now. If I'm not mistaken, a 9.8 can go for about $1,000 right now. So mine's graded at a 9.6. This was from the CGC private signing that they had with Todd McFarlane, and so I broke. I said I wasn't going to send anything in, but I broke, and I ended up sending it in. And I was super happy that this book came back with a full Todd McFarlane signature, because a lot of people did complain that they got a T. McFarlane signature. And I got to knock on wood here too, that I'm also happy that all of my Todd McFarlane signatures are full out signatures. None of them are a T. McFarlane. But the reason why this book is so key is because this is the first and last time Todd McFarlane ever draws on a Batman title. So that's why this book is pretty important. That's why everyone's going after. And yet again, it's just such an iconic Todd McFarlane cover. Really loved it that he signed it in silver. Really makes the cover really pop. It makes the signature pop a lot. So pretty cool. All right, a few more left. This one here, of course, you can't do a favorite Todd McFarlane signatures in your comic book collection without doing a Spawn book, So this would probably be my least favorite Todd McFarlane signature, because I don't know why, but he decided to sign it in blue. You can see it in this necroplasm here that Spawn is admitting on the cover. But yeah, I don't know why he did that. Again, I would love to have a metallic color on this book, maybe something in silver, gold. I know there are a couple people who have this book signed in lime green, and that looks absolutely gorgeous. But this one's graded at a 9.6, and I think there's some room down in the future where I can sell and maybe upgrade this to a 9.8. And then we have probably, I'm just going to keep saying this, this is probably one of my favorite Todd McFarlane books here. Definitely top 2 in the favorite Todd McFarlane books. This is an Incredible Hulk number 340, and in this book, Wolverine and Hulk get into an absolute epic battle. But as you can see here, he signed it in blue here, and you'd probably think that, yeah, that blue doesn't match too well, or it's hard to see, but I think it looks really nice. This one is graded at a 9.2, and I think there's also room for this one where I could sell it and maybe get an upgrade in the comic book collection. But if you have never read this book, I highly recommend it, because there's just so much action and violence in this book. If that's what you read your comic books for, this is the one that you definitely want to read. And yet again, also another iconic Todd McFarlane cover. All right, so last but not least, of course, my favorite book in my comic book collection signed by Todd McFarlane is my Amazing Spider-Man number 300. Okay, again, if you guys follow the channel closely, you all saw this coming, okay? This one is triple signed. We have Todd McFarlane on Spidey's foot right here. Really cool silver signature. We also have Stan Lee signing right here, really big in gold. And up in bronze, we have David Michelini, and he also quoted it, "We are Venom." By far my favorite book in my collection, because it bears the first appearance of one of my favorite characters, Venom. And it's just, yet again, another super iconic cover by Todd McFarlane. Everyone is a sucker for those 300s in the background, all done in red. So that was the last one. So let's do a quick recap. We have an Amazing Spider-Man number 300. We have an Incredible Hulk 340, a Spawn number 1, a Batman number 423, a Venom 6 black and white, a Venom 6 in color. We have an Edge of Venomverse number 1, an Amazing Spider-Man number 316, Spider-Man 13, Spider-Man number 1, another Spider-Man number 1 in gold, and we got the 2 silver guys like so. Boom. All right, guys, so that's all 13 of my Todd McFarlane signed comic books. Let me know in the comment section your favorite book that you saw in this video. And again, if you want to see more from this channel, don't forget to click on that subscribe button and to potentially win that Spawn number 1 CGC graded at a 9.4. I'm Kevin Vidinia for Super Power Review, and I'll see you guys next time.